All right, let's talk about something every teacher knows. That feeling when you look out at your classroom, see all these unique, amazing students, and just think, how on earth can I meet every single one of their needs? Well, the answer might just be in a really practical, powerful approach called differentiation. So let's jump right in. So here's what we're going to cover. We'll start by getting real about today's classroom. Then we'll pin down what differentiation really is, and just as important, what it's not. We'll get into why it's such a game changer, break down 4 super practical ways to use it, and then wrap up with how you can start making a huge impact with just a few small steps.
All right, first things first, let's set the scene and talk about what the modern classroom actually looks like.
Yeah, this is the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, you look out at your students and you see this incredible range of abilities, histories, and passions. A one-size-fits-all lesson plan, it just doesn't fly anymore. And that's really the heart of it. This diversity is amazing. It brings so much life and richness into the room. But let's be honest, it's also one of our biggest professional challenges. How do we make sure we're reaching every student right where they are? That, my friends, is where differentiation comes in. Now, for a lot of us, the word differentiation can sound, well, a little intimidating. It might conjure up these images of spending your weekends creating a million different lesson plans. But I promise you, it's so much more doable than that. So let's just start by busting some major myths. Differentiation is not creating 30 separate lessons. It's not about giving your high achievers a mountain of busy work. It's about making small, smart, thoughtful tweaks. It's about giving kids multiple ways to succeed so every single student can actually reach their potential. I absolutely love this definition from the great Carol Ann Tomlinson. It's not about doing more work. It's about shaking things up. It's all about flexibility and choice. Choice in how students take in information, how they chew on it, and how they show you what they've learned. And this quote, it just nails it. It's the whole philosophy in one sentence. It's a reminder that our job isn't just to get through the lesson plan. It's to actually teach the real, live human beings sitting right in front of us. The students are the focus, not the schedule.
Okay, so we get what it is, but why is it so important? Let's dig into the core ideas that really make this whole approach click.
You know, the logic here is pretty straightforward. First, it's just a fact. Student differences have a massive impact on learning. Differentiation lets us aim for each student's zone of proximal development. You know, that sweet spot where a task is tricky but totally doable with the right help. Plus, giving students choices gets them way more invested, and it helps build this awesome classroom culture where everybody feels seen and respected.
Okay, this is where the rubber meets the road. How do you actually do this stuff in a classroom that's already buzzing with a million other things? Well, the great news is we can break it all down into 4 key areas: the content, the process, the product, and the support. Let's break them down one by one. First up, we've got content. This is all about the what you're teaching. And simple tweaks here can be a game changer. You could let students pick a writing topic they're actually into, or maybe you introduce a new concept with a quick video and a short article. Or you could create tiered activities where everyone's working toward the same goal, but the path to get there has different levels of challenge. Next up, process. This is the how. How are students going to grapple with the material? And one of the most powerful tools here is flexible grouping. Mixed ability groups, they're amazing for peer-to-peer teaching. But sometimes putting students in similar ability groups can really build confidence and give them just the right amount of push. The secret is to mix it up, depending on what you're trying to achieve. But hey, grouping is just one tool in the toolkit. You can also shake up the process with active learning, like role-playing, or a classic think, pair, share. You could even let students group up based on their learning styles, or just keep things fresh and fun by using random grouping. Okay, our third area is the product. This is all about how students show you what they know. So instead of just a final exam, why not give them a menu of options? This learning menu idea is just fantastic. Students get to pick one starter, one main, and one dessert. It lets them lean into their strengths, whether that's writing a poem, creating a cool storyboard, or even designing their own game. And finally, let's talk about support. Now, this one is absolutely critical to get right. The golden rule here is to keep your expectations high for every single student. Instead of dumbing down the task, we give them scaffolds, things like templates, vocabulary lists, or sentence starters. The goal, like writing a great essay, stays the same for everyone. We just provide different ladders to help them get there.
It's all about equity, not making things easier.
Okay, let's bring this all home. I know it can seem like a lot to take in, but embracing differentiation does not mean you have to toss out everything you're already doing.
Seriously, the key is to just start small. You don't have to redesign your entire curriculum overnight. Just focus on one or two small, meaningful changes that can add a little more support here or a little more challenge there.
So that leaves us with a final question, just for you. What's one small change you could make this week? Maybe it's offering a choice between two essay prompts, or maybe it's just providing a model text for one activity. That one little change, that's the first step to building a classroom that truly works for every single one of your learners.